Welcome. Wednesday night football here at Larrakia Park, Darwin Football Stadium. Women's football tonight, which is what Alex and I always look forward to with so much anticipation. Tonight's game features near table toppers Mindil up against the team that's at the bottom of our table, but not at the bottom of our minds, not at the bottom of our hearts. We're really, really so proud of what Azzurri are doing with their women and girls program. They're trying to get those guys together. They've got a good squad. They'll have 3 on the bench tonight, which is fantastic for a midweek game. And Morris and Jenny and John, their president, are just forever making sure that they give equity to the team and give them all the opportunity to play football, and we're so grateful for that. Alex Bunton's with me. Alex will give his expert insights in today. Alex, these guys played on the weekend. They played against the Yappers on Sunday, and it was a really interesting game. They had an opportunity to just 1-0 to actually go up to 1-1 at one stage in that game. It got away from them in the end, in the later part of that, but geez, I love the commitment from their back four. Michaela Russell in the midfield was just brilliant. So looking for more from them tonight.
Absolutely, it's a team full of heart, and that's all you can ask for. You know, they haven't got a win all season. Hopefully tonight they can do that. Yeah,
well put. It is full of heart. Mindle, on the other hand, making a way towards the premiership, making sure they're in the championship at the end of the year. How are you seeing them look at the moment?
They've been a mixed bag of form lately, but they're starting to find a rhythm again. The 0-0 draw against Lichfield the other week upset them a little bit. They thought they were better than that, but hat off to Lichfield. They gave them a really good shock. But I think they're going to come out fighting again and try and claim the 3 points.
Okay. Alex, I look forward to your comments tonight in this game. It's a typical dry season Wednesday evening here, except football's on at Larrakia Park. Happy with that. But it's about 28 degrees to 40,000 degrees today in the sun. But now it's sort of drifting down to when it's 23 or 24. This breeze is coming in from the north-northwest. It's around 15 knots, so it will give you some respite out there on the pitch. And so that'll be good for the team. And Alex, I will include one more comment to you because we're playing these additional games because of COVID-19. The depth, the squad, how you manage them in game time is really key.
Absolutely, and we've seen it, especially during the weekend games after the midweek fixtures. Teams are really starting to rotate players, positions, some key players starting and coming off from the bench. So I'm expecting to see a little bit more of that from Mindle tonight as well.
Actually, last time we brought a game together, you did notice quite a few changes within Casuarina that day where, like Jesse Newcomb, who's normally up the front, was playing in the right back, central back position. So there were a lot of things you brought to the game. So thank you for those insights. Look forward to more tonight. My name is Bruce Stalder, Alex Bunton, Women's Premier League here in Darwin, Northern Territory. Kick-off, moments away. The whistle goes. This is a round 20 match in the Women's Premier League. And as I said in the pre-game with Alex Bunton, who'll be with us in this call. Thank you, Alex. This is COVID-19 catch-up time. So a lot of football for the women and the men in the Premier League over the last 2 weeks. And 3 weeks, and then one more week to go to get those later rounds in. And then we'll just push on with the rest of the season. We'll get a full 21 round fixtures in, and then we'll also go into a shorter finals this year of 2 weeks. And we've got an early breakaway from Azzurri. Well done to them. And that's the youngster up the front there, Fiodara Piero, who didn't play last weekend, Alex, but just showing a clean pair of heels there and an early opportunity, not even a minute gone, for Azzurri. Great stuff.
Great early intentions there going forward.
Yep, that's what we like to see. And again, since I was going to mention coaches' intentions, what do you think the message is out of Uni Azzurri's coaching team?
Stop beating themselves up when they concede a goal and just have fun with it and relax. And you see a lot of this Azzurri team, as soon as they're smiling and having fun, they play some fantastic football.
Yeah. Yeah, they're a lovely squad. And you're right there. When they're happy, they're on. And good advice, and I hope that's what has come from their coaches tonight, because we always enjoy bringing the live streaming of the Uni Azzurri women's team. Now, they're running from left to right on your screens on this Wednesday night here in Darwin in their blue with their white socks. There's their captain, number 16, on the ball then. It's Tegan McWilliam now for Mindil. She's pushed one across Hannah Garland. No, it's not. It's across, not Hannah. That's Michaela Ridley, who's still pursuing the ball. Grace Doty gets back there and puts it back. Grace has gone down. I hope that's a shoe and no injury. It is. It's a shoe. So she's fixing up the tyre. And so Marinelle will run up to take this. That's Marielle Jawan there for the Mindle side. She goes to Cassie Reeve. Cassie left foots it into no man's land, where Teresa Sigurgold picks up, goes back to Anita. Bernadette, not Anita. And Bernadette will be all over the place. And Selena Mariotti will clean that up. Well played, Selena. She's got a rebound there, so it'll be a goal kick. So I'm looking across the back four, Alex, and Chloe Gage Pearson's in the left role as normally. Grace Doty's normally where she would normally be. But no Chinoa. Al-Thiab. So we have number 5 in her place playing in the back, which, as I mentioned, had a really good game last week. That's Michaela Russell. She's playing in the defence.
Yeah, Shanoa will be missed this week. She is very vocal for the back line of Azzurri. And again, another tough tackling centre-back in this competition that will be missed tonight, I think.
Well, we'll see how they cope without her. And in the midfield, you've got Teresa Sigurgold patrolling around, and Yama as well, Tennille. And on the other side is Sophia Pablo as usual. So that's their midfield. And up front, the strikers, well, the striker is Encita. So Bernadette sitting up there on her own at the moment. And that's the lineup for Uni Azzurri, as done by Morris and Jenny. So we're up to the 3rd minute mark. It's coming up 3.5 minute mark of this round 20 match Women's Premier League, running from left to right. Uni Azzurri, they don't have the ball at the moment. Mindle do. They're going to take a corner kick. This is the first set piece of the game. They move in, and the ball comes into where Cage Pearson gets there first. And Ridley's in there. There's a shot from Matilda, and Matilda Carter's opportunistic in everything she does, mate. If the ball comes near her, she'll take an opportunity.
Absolutely. Early intentions there as well. Don't give her time and space tonight, I think. She's going to be having a crack at goal all night.
Yeah, Matilda's a workhorse for this Mindle side. Mindle in the yellow and black, of course. Right, Marinelle Jawan just wins that for her team, puts it across, but Sophia Pablo there first. Comes back to Teresa. Pablo again. Pablo turns on the 20 set piece. Comes again. That's a great third effort from Sophia. But Mindle have cleaned it out through Carter. Carter's ball was meant for McWilliam. It now finds Ridley. Ridley goes across field, and that's Rachel Jawan on the ball now. Rachel's the younger, Alex, between the two. I always thought Rachel was older, but Marinelle is the elder. Ball comes across, and Michaela Russell in there early. Michaela goes again. Michaela's studying to be a lawyer. She'll be returning back to Sydney when she can get back into her studies. She's at the University of Technology there in Broadway there in the city of Sydney. We had her up for an interview, a really entertaining one, and she's very, very bright, as her career would suggest. Right, ball, hand up, here we come. Comes across. I think that's a lovely ball in. It finds the head of a player we've already mentioned, Alex, and Matilda Carter. It came to naught, but she's in the right place again. Ball comes in a back from Jariah Kirby. Marinelle is... no, it's not Marinelle. Who is that? I'll get their number in a minute. It looks like Cassie No, it's not Cassie Reeve. They've all got such long hair. It's Jade Bates. Here's a bit of trivia for you. What player doesn't have long, flowing black hair in the Mindle side?
It's got to be one of the McWilliams sisters. Not Cassie. You've got me now.
Tegan?
Tegan.
Yeah. And the keeper as well. Red hair. But just as long. And Michaela Shaw there's watching that ball from the keeper's roll there in this Women's Premier League match, round 20 here in Darwin. Live streamed on the Football Northern Territory TV and also the FFA digital channels. Thank you for your support of the women's game. And that's been played back. No pressure on the keeper at that stage. Michaela Shaw has all the opportunity to play wide. She does that. So on the Northcrest scoreboard side, we have an opportunity which has been taken very leisurely by Mindil, looking for the opportunity. There the ball goes through. And Rachel Jawan on it. She's a live wire. She'll turn inside here. She does. Looking for support. Finds that now. But well done, Michaela Russell. Good work from Michaela. A second effort from her. Now a third effort. And she delayed that attacking raid from Mindil. Well played to Michaela Russell. Teresa gets in there now and pushes a right footer through that finds Bernadette. Playing the advantage as the referee. No advantage, so he pulls it up. And Teresa will take this one. Yes, she will. And Alex, you're always talking about, you're only as good as the service up in the striker's role. So you'd be looking to make sure that Bernadette, who's all alone up there, and with Theodora on the other side, gets that service they require out of the midfield.
That's it. And that's Azzurri's problem in the last few weeks or the most of the season is that midfield having no connection and flow between the back and the forwards.
So is it a front third issue on its own? Given what you just said, then it's not. It's more about
the middle third.
The connection with the middle.
The connection, yeah. From back to front.
Okay. Well, it's been improving each and every week. But to your point, Alex, it needs to get a hurry on because we're up to quite a few rounds of football now, and lucky we are too in this COVID-19 world. That's Tegan McWilliam on the ball now. Cassie's not playing today, her twin sister. Well, maybe on the bench, not sure. I'll check that in a minute. That's Cassie Reeve pushing it across. Selena Mariotti for Uni Azzurri clears it over the line. Well done, Selena. And Marinelle Jawan will race in there, and she does with everything she takes to with energy. Looking to someone to throw to. They now come towards it. Tegan McWilliam and Cassie Reeve come to it. Cassie gets there first. Cassie and Sudrina have a battle for that ball. It comes free. Michaela Russell gets a foot to it. Only as far as Marinelle. And Jawan plays it back to McWilliam. Tegan now looks up. And she's going to go back this time. She does. Hannah Garland on the ball now. Hannah looks up. Goes back to Tegan McWilliam. Calls again to go left. Cassie Reeve does it then. Nice work from Reeve. She saw that Marinelle was right. Now she's underway, Jawan, but good shadowing defence from Mariotti. And she brought about that misdirected pass by her efforts. Well done, Selena. Now, Uni Azzurri have an opportunity on the grandstand side. The captain, Sandrina, on the ball. She looks up, trying to find that lone striker again. But Jariah Kirby, the captain of Mindle, gets in there early. Now it flies out to Ridley. And Michaela's ball comes back in, but it's to a Uni Azzurri player, but then it bounces out of the Uni Azzurri player and back with Tegan McWilliam. So plenty of opportunities and possession for Mindle at the moment. Now there's a run. It's come off the boot, so onside. See if they can do something with this. Good defence. Chloe Cage-Pearson came back and cleaned that up. So the formations for Mindle, are they playing two at the back and with a couple of wide flankers?
That's exactly it. They're pushing the left and right back as high forward, especially in possession, and they're dominating the opposition half. They're pushing them right up to support the wingers.
Do they normally do that, Alex?
Well, it's the FFA way of playing. So David Williams, I think, has been reading the textbooks.
No, thank you for that. I just meant normally they would have... would they normally have, say, against Hellenic or
They would try
Casuarina?
to. They would try to for sure.
Yep. Really interesting insight there from Alex. So the ball goes now across to Ridley, number 3 for Mindle. She's on the chase and the pursuit of a goal again. Goes back this time. And that looks like Bernard. No, it's not Kira because she's on the sub bench. That looks like Jade Bates. It is Jade. She swapped over to the other side. So Jade pushes through. Nice work from Chloe Cage-Pearson, though. Chloe's been one of those players, Alex, who just gets better and better each week, quietly goes about her business, and getting really confident too, which is really nice.
There's absolutely tons of ladies footballers up here this year that are in exactly the same boat. Just quietly improving week in, week out.
Yeah, we're very fortunate to get a full season in so they can show us that improvement every time the game is on. Right. That's Hannah Garland trying to unleash Rachel and Marinelle Jawan. A double Jawan attack there from Mindle, but out she comes, Carla Kashakala, and cleans up. The great young keeper for Uni Azzurri. And Hannah Garland's got plenty of opportunities. She does a smart move there, comes off a rebound off Uni Azzurri's captain, so she'll get a throw in. She takes it, Marinelle takes it, throws it back into Tegan McWilliam again. Tegan's had plenty of touches in this game already. It's only 12 minutes old. She's still on the ball now, but Teresa Sigurkol showing all the skills. Lovely work from Teresa, trying to find someone else, but can't find that person. And then Marinelle puts run through for Jade Bates, but Mariotti, number 2, gets there first for Uni Azzurri. Playing in a pretty narrow corridor at the moment, both teams, mate. There's not really that width that you'd be looking for, but it's only 12 minutes old. Maybe that'll come later in this half.
Hopefully it will, especially with Mindle playing the left and right back so high. You'd like to see some overlaps with the wingers and just open the game up a little bit more.
You see opportunity there?
Oh, there's plenty of opportunity from both sides.
Yep.
Opening the game up and generating more space.
Okay, here's a through ball again for little Fidiara. But this will come out. Michaela Shaw assured as ever. Puts that ball through. Now it's on. Rachel Jawan's run onto a beautiful ball with a lovely angle. She's got to take the shot and takes the shot successfully. A really expertly taken. So well done to Rachel Jawan. Lovely ball through too, wasn't it?
Absolutely threaded.
Right in front of her feet. No one really pursued from the Uni Azzurri side, and she was just on her own. But still, when you have the keeper in front of her as good as Carla Kashakala, she had work to do, and that was a really well-taken goal. Okay, 1-0, Mindle, Rachel Jawan. Number 9 with that initial goal here in the 13th minute mark. And unfortunately for Uni Azzurri, you might have to have a sub. We'll do that on the next play out, I'm sure. Mariotti goes across to Sandrina. Sandrina turns it on the inside to Sophia Pablo. Sophia, nice work from Pablo. Got plenty of players now. She finds a captain. Just too hard and will roll out over the sideline. So there's going to have to be a sub here. It's an early sub. And Tennille Yama is coming from the pitch. Yeah, she's had a problem with her back from last weekend. She only lasted, just on 15 minutes. Well done, Yama. Still got a smile on her face. And her replacement is number 11, which is Tessa Supaya. I don't think I've seen Tessa in the Premier League, Alex. So they're going into their full squad. They're bringing some reserve grade players up, which is great for them. And we'll just see how Tessa goes. Exciting time for her. Number 11 just joined the fray for Uni Azzurri. They're running from left to right on your screen. Women's Premier League here in Darwin, live streaming. 1-0 is the scoreline advantage to Mindle. And Selina Mariotti, one of the young players. And there's plenty of young players out there. And Grace Doty gets there first. Grace and Mariotti getting a little bit of strife there, but it's cleared up. No, it hasn't. Been a tandem defence that the referee's pulled up. So the ball's been set. He'll take a dry curb, he normally does, and she's walking towards the ball, the captain from Mindle. Carla Kashakala organising her team. There's going to be no wall. And she's gone for a shot. I thought she might. And Carla stood her ground, took the ball, bounced out once, regathered. Now she puts her right foot to it, goes downfield. One bounce and over, around 5 metres into the attacking half now for Uni Azzurri. But Hannah Garland goes on a run and brings it well and truly back into Uni Azzurri's defensive half. Collides with Cage Pearson. Chloe comes out strongly there, puts a little chip over the top, trying to find Federa. And Fedaria, passes the ball back, but it's intercepted by Mindle. Does that same move again. And Fedaria has to move up, but Bernadette does. And Bernadette chasing the ball, but it's too far ahead of her and finds Michaela Shaw, the keeper. And Michaela's just like a lot of athletes here in the women's game, plays multiple sports. I think she had a rugby union finals last weekend. She's a great rugby union player and a really competent goalkeeper in that custodial role for Mindle Aces women's side in the Premier League. Right, coming up to the 17-minute mark. What have you seen so far, Alex? Anything you can say you'd like Uni Azzurri to play and do more of?
Plenty, but I'd like to see them stop becoming long ball merchants and just kicking up the field, and because the front three are just going to knock her out really quick. We live in the wrong place in the world to play long ball football.
Ain't that true?
Be running all night and they won't last the first half. I'd like to see Azzurri play it out a little bit more. I'd like to see Mindle use the width of the game and open it up a little bit more and generate some more space for their front three.
So let's see if Mindle uses the width, and let's see Uni Azzurri plays it out into the midfield with shorter passes and then tries to bring their front one or two in with a short pass, a through ball rather than a long ball. Let's just see what happens. 17.5-minute mark as we progress through this first half, Women's Premier League, round 20, catch-up game for the COVID-19 delays, which were 12 weeks, 10 weeks without football, 2 weeks with training, and then straight into football. So how good were the women in doing that? And their coaching staff and clubs getting ready. This ball's come over the top. Garland leaves it. Michaela Shaw runs out. Well done, Michaela. Does a long throw out here to Marinelle. Intercepted by Sandrina. She can't pull it in, though. Runs out, but good interception from her to bring that undone. Make it harder for Mindle to play out from the back was the goal and objective there, and she did that. Ball now goes back to Hannah Garland. Hannah's got an opportunity to go back to Marinelle. She does that. The elder Jawan comes down this goal side. Of course, the younger Jawan, Rachel, has already got a goal. A well-taken one after she broke free and made a beautiful run through. And as Alex said, a perfectly timed pass, well-directed, and a goal resulted. So, Uni Azzurri have to get one to get back in to an even position. Matilda Carter, nice play. Finds Tegan on the overlap. McWilliam turns on the inside, but Michaela Russell gets there. Well done, Michaela. Comes back across. So Grace Doty has the ball in front of her. She has Ridley. Lets Ridley get a pass away. Cage Pearson following Rachel Jawan across. Now it's back with Ridley. She's got Grace in front of her. Goes over Grace Doty, but only to Carla Kashakala. Carla just takes a few leisurely strides up, bounces once, twice. Will be there a third bounce. No. She settles, puts her right foot to it, and goes towards the Northcrest scoreboard side, trying to link up with Fedaria. And Fedaria's kept this in until then. Fedaria Piera, one of the number of young kids out there, 13 years old. There's some 14-year-olds, and the oldest in the Matildas. Sorry, I've been doing a Matildas prop. Sorry, Alex. In the Mindle side is Dry Kirby, and she's 19. It just shows you. And it's gone through. Now, you mentioned Matilda Carter before. She took the opportunity, went early, got that ball over the top and through Carla Kashakala. And Alex noted that she was on fire tonight and had the intent. And there's an example of intention.
That's it. We're seeing it quite early on in the game. She made a statement. She made a cracking effort from outside the box, followed by shortly afterwards a header on target as well. So you knew she was hungry for something tonight, and she's just collected her order there.
Yeah, it was well taken too. The bounce wasn't favourable. She got her body shape in the head over the ball and then put it away. Fantastic. Matilda Carter in the midfield, number 6 for Mindle. Adds a second goal to their night. And Carla Kasha comes out with Russell defending there. Ball comes back to Hannah Garland. She pushes it through, but Sophia Pablo's there first. Fedara puts one onto a nice play from Fedara. But the Mindle midfielder are busy. Bernadette gets a ball there around Kobe. Garland's trying to clean up, but only as far as Pablo. Pablo would like that one again. She had other opportunities. She pushed it through and found the Mindle defensive centre defender in Kirby. Now it's back into the midfield where Mindle are certainly controlling that. More of the touches, more of the play. And Azzurri are going to have to challenge and put a bit more pressure and reduce the time and space that Mindle have at the moment. There's a case example of it there where Michaela Russell come out. Ball will roll out off Mariotti. So Marinelle Jawan will pick up. Throws in. Number 8 goes to Tegan McWilliam. They've done that a couple of times already in this game, those two. Good work from Tessa, the sub, number 11. And Sabaya chases that ball through, as does Mariotti. And they'll concede a corner. 22nd minute mark of this Women's Premier League game. We've got Alex Bunton with me giving some expert insights as the game progresses. He's already mentioned he'd like to see some width from Mindle, and he wants the Uni Azzurri girls to play more of a short passing game and to bring each other into play rather than the long ball, which we've seen a little bit of in this first 22 minutes. On the scoreboard, I want to thank our Northcrest team, also the NTF and Steel Line groups, and of course Rebel. Great supporters of female football, as is Hyundai. All supporting NT football and the women's game, which we're live streaming on the FNT TV network as well as the FFA digital channels. Hope you can join us if you are on whatever screen. Thank you for supporting the women's game here in Darwin. Great to see the girls go around, and always good to have a couple of games a week, and we get an extra one now, so we're happy, Alex. Get 3 on the weekend, then 1 on the midweek, we're happy. Don't know about some of the players, because it's quite tiring. Marinelle on the ball now, skips around Sandrina, the captain. She comes again, good effort, but unfortunately falls over. Marinelle comes back in looking for it, but Tessa gets in the way, which is what she needs to do in that position. Now Michaela Russell goes over the top, trying to find Bernadette. And Cito comes in heavily with Garland. The ball falls fortuitously for Garland. Now goes back to her, and that's been missed by her from Kirby. So an advantage for Uni Azzurri. And she throws it in, does Mariotti, trying to find. Ball comes up off Cassie Reeve. Goes over the top of Cassie, does the throw in from Marinelle. Cassie's in there against. Teresa gets there first. Sigurkold is it was Tessa, number 11, the sub for Uni Azzurri. She's unleashed her striker, and number 12 goes back to Tessa. Tessa's trying to put it back again. Shakes her head, put too much weight on that. She knows that. Good thing is Tessa in the right position, and you present it to your other teammates. It's maybe her first game in Premier League, I think. I'll get that checked at half-time. Marinelle goes across to Tegan McWilliam. Sophia Pablo trying to make the time and the space cut shorter for her, but that still unleashes. And Jade Bates is on the run. Michaela Russell screams back and gets there first. And Carla Kashakala will push it out wide to Selena Mariotti. Selena needs to regather there because Bates has the ball now. Well done, Selena. Get in front of her. That's it. And to you, Michaela Russell. Nice little tandem defence from the right back and central defender there for Uni Azzurri. Now they've got an opportunity to come forward through their creative player and Teresa Sigurkold. She now pushes it through. There's a handball there. The referee hasn't seen it. Now, Incedio trying to get through. Can't do that. Ball's hers, though, meaning her team. And Selena Mariotti should come up and take that, but it looks like the captain's going to. Ball thrown over the top. Teresa's on it. She goes towards the goal line. And Cassie Reeve comes at her again. She's going to she gets through there. Well done, Teresa. Lovely work. Puts a beautiful ball through to Bernadette. Bernadette and Fidara's on the ball now. They both bring each other down. Referee was watching closely. Promising stuff from Uni Azzurri. And what I liked about that, Alex, is your passing game.
That's it. It's introducing itself. Now the Azzurri team have established their talking again.
Yep. And that was exactly to your point. There were passes there from the midfield. Got through from Teresa. And a nice ball into the centre there. That was really promising for Uni Azzurri. Right, the ball's now back in the midfield where a ball's loosely come away from Mariotti. Carter, who has the second goal for Mindle's on it now. Mariotti comes at her. Carter gets a right footer away, trying to find Rachel Jawan, who scored the first goal. And Rachel skips over the top. This is going to go past goal, kept in. Well played by Bates. Dangerous stuff for Azzurri, but they've recovered. Tegan Williams going across field, but Sophia Pablo now has opportunity. She pushes it up to Fedaria. And Piera has the ball. She goes back to Cage Pearson. Pearson looks up and trying to find Fedaria on the run. Doesn't. Now it comes back to that midfield. We've called her name so much. Tegan McWilliam on it again. Nice one over. Trying to find Jade Bates. It does. And Mariotti cleans up. Nice work from her. Little delayed reaction there from Azzurri defence. Nearly gave Jade Bates an opportunity. Goes back. Marinelle to Matilda. Matilda, find someone that starts their name with M, please. Goes to Cassie. Cassie puts it through. That splits everybody. Rachel Jawan's on the ball again. She'll turn on the right side and go again. She does, and she puts it in the beautifully placed spot. Just that little space between the right upright and the left arm of Kashakala.
Right in the top bin, they would say.
Beautiful.
That was beautifully executed. Well took out on the outside of the foot as well and struck beautifully.
Yeah, she turned on a 20-cent piece, got around a defender, leaned back, had a lot of work to do, and to your point, put it right in a little bin up the top there. So well played. 2 goals to Rachel Jawan, 3 goals to Mindil. 28-minute mark coming up shortly. They're running from right to left on your screen. They're sitting in 3rd place on the Women's Premier League table. Cassie Reeve gets in there early and dispossesses Pablo. Ball comes back over to Ridley. Ridley goes over the top to the brace scorer, if there's such a phrase, but 2 goals there for Rachel Jawan. She has a brace today. She now moves around trying to get past Pablo. Sophia will be a harder proposition, and she forces her to go back to a misplaced directed pass. Now Cage Pearson has it. Where's Chloe going to go with this? She's got opportunity. She looks up, tries to get it over the top. It's okay. Bernadette has it now. She's got a runner from Teresa. She sees that run, pushes the ball through now to Teresa Sigacole. Nice work from Marinelle to play back to her keeper. Keeper will go wide to her on the Grandstead side of Larrakia Park. Playing this game on Larrakia Nation. Sandrina gets in there now. It's back with Azzurri, promising. What can they do with it? They move forward. Ball's going across so we can find Fedaria. She has to turn and chase. Nice intention for Sandrina. Nice idea. Fedaria just wasn't attentive to it and had to spring and push wide to recover the ball. As I said, we're on Larrakia Nation. I want to thank the Larrakia elders, those elders past, present, and the emerging elders for permission to play this game of Women's Premier League here at Larrakia Park, Darwin Football Stadium, on the main pitch. On a lovely night for football. Bates gets her left foot to it. Cage Pearson gets her right foot to it. Bernadette gets her right foot to it. Another one from Cage Pearson off the right. That's a left footer back from the captain, Kirby. And Hannah Garland now collects a couple of passes, a couple of touches to herself and then passes through. So Matilda Carter, with a goal scorer now, has put Cassie Reeve underway. Good defence from Michaela Russell. Playing in the central defensive role today. Had a really good game in the midfield on the weekend. And now come back to help out her team in the central defence role. Hands on hips. Getting some big air in. So Jade Bates coming from the field, number 11. And she's been replaced by 18, which is Kylie Whittaker. So Kylie will go up into the left forward, left wing position. Cassie Reeve with the ball now. She'll turn and put a left foot to it, trying to find the sub. Puts it over the top of Mariotti, so Whittaker's on the chase. But Carla gets there first, the keeper. Sandrina tries to pull that down, but gets it a little bit in the throat there. She walks away. She's okay. And Mariotti cleans up for the team there. 30-minute mark, Women's Premier League Round 20 match. Mindle running from right to left on your screen in their traditional yellow and black Aces outfit. With the black socks with the yellow trim. They're trying to find Matilda Carter with that throw, but only finds Pablo. Pablo puts a nice early one on to Bernadette and Cito. There now comes back across from Pablo, but no, she's still got it. She's trying to find Fedaria. Fedaria's going to have to make a long run to get to that ball. And unfortunately for Uni Azzurri, Hannah Garland gets there well and truly early and pushes it back to the keeper. Keeper goes wide. And Ridley Scott, he's a film director. But Michaela Ridley. I wish it was Ridley Scott running around out there. Might be a sponsor. He's only got a few billion in his bank account. Him and his brother passed away, unfortunately. Anyhow, get back to the football. Chloe Cage-Pearson has a long throw on her. She has the ball now on the Northcrest scoreboard side. Throws in. Finds Fedaria. And Piera puts it back to the throw-in of Cage-Pearson. Now she unleashes a ball through. Nice solid tackle there. Well played. That was from Tessa, the sub. Well done, Sapaya. Uni Azzurri still with the ball. There might be 3 down on the scoreboard. Plenty of time in this half to get one back. Get some energy back into their play and confidence. They're certainly capable of doing it. Oh, that's hurt. Ball was turned around. Hit that player really awkwardly, and that's the young Fedaria Piera who's gone down. She went down pretty quickly too. Hope she's okay, Alex.
Yeah, obviously clearing ball as well with power wouldn't have felt very nice.
Referee hasn't called out the trainer yet, so that's possibly good news. It's only a young thing. There's always a surprise and shock that comes with it as well, which is often as much as the pain of the hit.
Yeah, it just knocks the breath out your lungs for a couple of seconds, and it's hard to regain it.
So she's up, and to Alex's point, hunched over trying to get the big air in. That's good to see. She's still holding the tummy, but she'll be right. A little bit of boot repair still going on, this time with Teresa Sigurcole. She's now right. So the ball's back in play with Mindil. 33rd minute mark, down in their defensive third, trying to get out of there. Kirby comes and plays it through. Now it's found Matilda Carter, who's got time and a lovely vision from her. Matilda has that all the time. Try to unleash Whitaker. Can't do that because Kasha Carter gets there first. Comes off Reeve and goes forward. Here's a chance for Teresa Sigurcole. Nice work from her. Tandem defence from Mindil. She gets out of that easily. Well done, Teresa. Now comes back across to Tegan Williams. She goes effortlessly across to the right-hand side. And now we have Rachel Jawan on a run again. Michaela Russell comes at her. Michaela goes in for a second effort. So does Rachel. They turn on the inside, trying to find Tegan McWilliam. She's now going to unselfishly put it across to Whitaker. Whitaker's first touch is not the best, but now comes to Cassie Reeve, who just punches one. Plenty of distance, but the direction not there. And the goals needed to be twice as high as they were.
Well, she came screaming up the pitch from when Tegan McWilliams had the ball. She wanted it early.
She did indeed. Some good vision from the Reeve. Just not able to bring the ball down. So Carla Kashikala will come back for a restart. 34-minute we're into now. Uni Azzurri running from left to right in their blue with the white socks. They have got a deficit of 3 goals, 2 of those to Jawan. And that Jawan was the Rachel Jawan. And the other one to Matilda Carter, the midfielder for Mindil. So Grace will watch this ball roll out. And it does. Came off a Mindil player. Let's do a throw in. I thought for a minute there the assistant referee was going to say that was in. So that'll roll over the goal line now and come back to where we pretty much started with Carla taking a resumption. She'll do that again. So the Women's Premier League final will be in the second Saturday of October, going a lot later this year because of COVID. And that'll be a big day. Who will be there? And those top 4 teams or top 5 teams all have a chance. And Litchfield and the Yappers are really going to find it out for that 4th place, Alex. Big time, those two. And they're getting better each and every week, aren't they, those 2 teams?
Absolutely. They've been battling for the last 6 rounds between them now, and it's really heating up as the weeks go on.
And when you're in a side like that, Alex, you're always looking at the other team's results. You're like, come on, if they can just not win this one, I've got, and then And then Litchfield, both Litchfield and the Yappers have been getting surprise results, either a draw or a win against some of the more well-credentialed teams. Yeah, it's great.
Especially, I think the Yappers would have been shocked last weekend when Litchfield dominated Hellenic 2-0.
Ball comes back to Marinelle Jawan. You've been everywhere, Michaela. Actually, we were in the midfield last week. Great work from her. Playing in a position she's probably not used to, accustomed to. She's new to football as well, and she's learning by doing, so to speak. Moving around the pitch and giving plenty of rolls. Right, Sandrina goes across to Teresa Sigacole, but Cassie Reeves just calmly gets in there and steals it like the thief here that she can in the midfield. There's a long one. Speculative from Jariah Kirby. And Michaela Russell, number 2 for Azzurri, gets there and puts the right boot to that. Just gently rolls over the grandstand sideline. 37 minutes of this match, Women's Premier League on this Wednesday evening. Breeze has dropped away now. Temperature's dropped. It'll be dew on the ground. Be about 22 degrees at the moment. Lovely conditions for the women. And Cassie Reeve not happy with that, but no one really presented themselves, Cassie. So she tried to turn the ball and her body around to get that closer to goal, but unable to do that. So it'll be picked up by Kashikala. She'll bring it out for a restart. Bounces a few times. Now she'll place it pretty much mid. No, she's going a little bit to the left of goal, but now ready. Good little vocal crowd in for this Wednesday night. I don't know what Carla was trying to do there, but she's got away with it. Now comes up to... nice work from Sandrina. Lovely vision. Now she's unleashed Pablo. Pablo gets one pass through. Maybe should have taken that 1-2 more and then waited for someone to present. Now we've got the ball back with Mindil. Hopefully they'll learn from that. Carter's gone back, finds Reeve. Reeve goes to Kirby. Kirby across to Jawan. Nice work from Mindil. Now they go for the long ball. Probably not the option. Had plenty of time to play on there. And they look good with that short interplay and passing then, Alex.
Yeah, beautifully moving the ball around and then, then lump it upfield and lose possession. But, you'd like to see this maybe play the centre-backs in there and go for a switch.
Isn't that the Garace has just missed the ball? Gets back in good defence. Joanne, shot over the top. Well played. Kashikala, the keeper, great save. Nice little turn and shot. She got a taste for goals tonight, Rachel.
Oh, she's definitely going for the hat-trick now, isn't she?
She is, yeah.
She wants one of your expensive match balls.
Thank you, mate. Thank you for reminding me. And then they go in this really expensive Perspex case as well. But, yeah, well-deserved. She has 2 tonight, going for 3. Thank you, Alex, for reminding me. Ball will go out to the corner because there was a really, really good late save from Carla Kashikola. Just pushed Carla, pushed that over the centre bar, centre post of the goals. Comes in now. That's going to go. That's a dangerous ball. That was drifting in as well. Taken by Kirby. Gone over. Referee will collect that for Carla. She's getting some breath back. Thank you to Albert Kraus, the centre referee, gentleman that he is. Now we'll get this game underway. Carla on the ball now. 39 minute coming up to 40. Round 20 match. Women's Premier League. And it's in the possession now of Azzurri. They are in the blue with the white socks and they are down 3-0 on the goal scoreboard. And they've got time still to get one back here in this half. Adaria puts a lovely ball through. That should have been taken on the first touch, but unfortunately got away from Bernadette. She'll keep the pursuit on. And it's still there dangerously for Mindle, but they're going to clean this out now. Come to Marinelle. Marinelle's looking for someone to come to her. That's Tegan. Unfortunately, Tegan's never does that sort of stuff. Now it goes back. Pablo couldn't get it through to Fadaria. Pablo now has it. Goes across to Teresa. Teresa thinking of a shot. Goes back to Pablo. Pablo does have a shot. Just past goal. Good balance. Good shot from Azzurri.
That's it. If you don't shoot, you don't get goals. And at the moment, they need plenty of goals. So, encouraging signs there.
Yeah, just about a metre to the left of the upright of Michaela Shaw's goal. She just stood there and watched it go past. As a good goalkeeper, she knows exactly where her goals are. Knows her space. Right, now Teresa has a chance. Goes 1-2, goes closer. Has a shot on goal. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Well done to number 10. Most creative player in the team. Step back, had a shot. To your point, Alex, have a go. That was a well played. Had that hit the bar on the underside, it was in. Michaela Shaw had it covered, but well played, Teresa Sigacol. To your point, Alex, you got to have a shot.
That's it, and they need...
Here's a chance.
Here's another
another chance. Fadara comes in and shoots. And Fadaria, that's 3 in the last 30 seconds, so that's great stuff from them. Michaela Shaw cleans up. She's disappointed with her throw out. Don't know why. It was a good one. Finds Ridley. Ridley's now trying to find... Now back in the midfield with Carter. She goes back to her captain. The captain's just gone for a long hoop over the top. Ridley's onto it now. Grace Doty's there to defend. Grace does that well, wins that one. And that personal battle, well done, gets a little push in the back, but she's advanced now, puts a lovely ball through. If it got just past, that's okay. And she was onside then, I think. Kirby put her onside. Michaela goes out. She'd like that one again. They go back. Playing confidently out of the back, but if Azzurri, that gives them an opportunity. There's a chance now. Garland didn't really put it where she wanted to, but Tegan McWilliam came and cleaned up for her side. 42nd minute now. We're about 20 seconds into that. Great work from Michaela Russell. Again, watched Matilda Carter all the way and then put the left foot out and brought that to a halt. You can see what Ridley was trying to do there, but that's, it was at Reeve. One or the other. But the ball's got too much meat on it. It's going to go way, way, way past any advancing Jawan or Whitaker. And Kashakala has it, pushes it through. Fadara, a nice little first touch. He's tried to bring it down. It's running out of goals there over the sideline, on the Northcrest scoreboard side. Women's Premier League match here in Darwin. Thank you for joining us on live streaming. Mindil running right to left on your screen in the yellow or black. Have a 3-0 advantage on the Northcrest scoreboard. But 3 of the last shots on goal have been from Azzurri. They need the ball back again to give us a 4th one and hopefully a goal. Tegan William moving around, doing plenty of Ks, plenty of touches in this half. Advantage being played. Ball still with them. Now they've lost it. The person who had one of those great shots on goal, Teresa Sigacol, puts it across, trying to find Mariotti. Mariotti does now pass the ball through to Bernadette. And Encito watches that be played by Kirby. Well done, Selena. Gets it. Now Kylie Whittaker gets a ball off Reeve. She goes out towards the grandstand, tries to turn it on the inside. Or a bit of tandem defence from Azzurri cleaned that up. Russell went to the player and Mariotti waited for the ball to come out and just cleaned it up. So good tandem defence from the Azzurri women. Marinelle, Jawan that is, throws the ball forward, trying to find Carter. And Russell's there again. She's been fantastic in that back central role. Brings plenty of energy. Goes to Hannah Garland. Hannah chests it down, now moves forward. Still going forward. Still going forward. Now puts the ball through that's anticipated by Grace Doty. She gets to it but can't control it. So now back with Mindil. Tegan William on the ball. Unselfishly goes back, looking for a better proposition. No one's going to get the ball off Tegan, trying as they are. And that's again Sophia Pablo. Tegan kept possession. 10 metres will be marked out by the referee. Kirby will come up and take this. Yes, she is. It's going to be a wall. Grace sends Michaela, who's first to the central roll, up into the wall. She knows what's coming. And so you've got Russell and Pablo in there now. That ball's gone over the top. Could have been anything from that. It could have dipped. Wind could have held it up if there was a breeze. But it's gone over the goals. And in the end, no danger to Azzurri. Whistle goes from Albert Krause, the centre referee. Round of applause from the spectators here today as both players make their way from the field. 3-0 is the scoreline advantage to Azzurri's opponent tonight, Mindil. We'll see if Azzurri can get one back and get back into this game. We'll hear and discuss some of that half with Alex Bunton shortly on our live streaming here of Women's Premier League in Darwin. The whistle goes. This is a round 20 match in the Women's Premier League. And as I said in the pre-game with Alex, we'll also go into a shorter finals this year of 2 weeks. And we've got an early breakaway from Uni Azzurri. Well done to them. And that's the youngster up the front as usual. So that's their midfield. And up front, the strikers, well, the striker, Pearson gets there first. And Ridley's in there. There's a shot from, comes across. I think that's a lovely ball in. It finds the head of a player we've already mentioned, Alex. Kayla Shaw, assured as ever, puts that ball through. Now it's on. Rachel Jawan's run onto a beautiful ball with a lovely angle. She's got to take the shot and takes the shot successfully. Wall. And she's gone for a shot. I thought she might. Sorry, I've been doing a Matilda's prop. Sorry, Alex. In the Mindle side is Kirby, and she's 19. That just shows you. And it's gone through. Mariotti comes at her. Carter gets a right footer away, trying to find Rachel Jawan, who scored the first goal. And Rachel skips over the top. This is going to go past goal, kept in. Someone starts their name with M, please. Goes to Cassie. Cassie puts it through. That splits everybody. Rachel Jawan's on the ball again. She'll turn on the right side and go again. She does, and she puts it in the beautifully. The ball gets back in good defence. Jawan, shot over the top. Well played. Centre post of the goals. Comes in now. That's going to go. That's a dangerous ball. That was drift. Teresa thinking of a shot. Goes back to Pablo. Pablo does have a shot. There's a space. Right now, Teresa has a chance. Goes 1-2, goes closer. Has a shot on goal. Oh, my goodness. She'll have a shot.
That's it. And they need...
Here's a chance.
Here's another
chance. Fadara comes in and shoots. And Fadara... Russell and Pablo in there now. The ball's gone over the top. Welcome back. Half-time here. We have a 3-0 scoreline in favour of Uni Azzurri. They're up against Mindle. Favour of Mindle's up against Uni Azzurri. I've got Alex Bunton with me. Alex, you were just telling me a really interesting story about one of the Mindle girls then, about her own, I guess, self-improvement journey.
Yeah,
which is fantastic.
Young Kia, the number 2 for Mindle, playing the right-back role.
Yep.
So first year playing, she does train in the week, obviously, with Mindle. And she also comes down and trains with the NTC.
Okay.
NTC players as well. And week in, week out, she's improving. She's actually incredible and so eager to learn. She always grabs me, asks what she can improve on, what she can do at home. More importantly, when she's not at training 4 or 5 times a week.
That is fantastic. Because as a teacher, any teacher will tell you, if you've got a student who wants to learn, it's a symbiotic and a successful relationship, that one. That's really good to hear, and I'm glad you're giving her time too, so thanks for that. In this game, we saw Uni Azzurri have 3 shots late in that half. Really potential. You can see their body already pick up. There was confidence back in their game. I just wish they'd take more of those opportunities, and they seem to, well, they can't hear you, but they certainly followed your advice in terms of playing a shorter ball out of the midfield into the front.
Absolutely, and what I've noticed with Azzurri is they are a second half team.
Yep.
So they sort of get quite tense in the first, more relaxed after half time, and come out, and obviously you're seeing it, the 3 shots, it just gives them hope.
Yeah.
They go, you know what, we can possibly get a few goals here.
Yep.
And it just gives them more enthusiasm to attack and play creative football.
And they were good shots too, and you're going to have to do a good shot to get past Michaela Shaw.
Absolutely. Testing efforts.
Yeah, you will. That's for sure. My name is Bruce Stalter. This is Alex Bunton. This is Women's Premier League. It's a round 20 match, so it's a COVID-19 catch-up match. Plenty of football being played by both the men and the women in the Premier League and in the reserves to get a full fixture list in this year because we had 10 weeks off, 2 weeks plus training, so really 12 weeks off. So we're playing catch-up, which is fantastic, and we're seeing the results of the squad depth, changing positions. We've got Michaela Russell, I want to make a mention, who had a great game in the midfield last week. Now she's back in the very, for her, unusual position of central defence for Uni Azzurri, and just doing a really commanding job of that as well.
Absolutely, and you can see her constantly talking to the rest of the team, and they're improving during the later stages of the second half. She sort of worked out Mindle's game and sort of closing them down a lot earlier and getting some tough tackles in.
Yeah, and it's you notice as they get more into a game, they can either go 2 ways, find a way through it, or drop their heads, drop their shoulders, and thankfully these guys have gone the other way.
Absolutely.
So we look forward to the next half. Also a reminder that we'll be back on Friday night, 6:30, again Saturday at 6 and Sunday at 5:30 for the Women's Premier League. It's getting hotting up here now. We're around, next weekend will be round 13. Of course, we're playing lots of football at the moment to get through, but all aiming for that second Saturday in October when the Women's Premier League Grand Final will be here at Larrakia Park. No idea who's going to be here. Love the competition for that very reason. Each game matters from now on. Let's just see how the second half goes shortly. The whistle goes. This is a round 20 match in the Women's Premier League, and as I said in the pre-game with Alex, we'll also go into a shorter finals this year of 2 weeks. And we've got an early breakaway from Uni Azzurri. Well done to them. And that's the youngster up the front as usual. So that's their midfield. And up front, the strikers, well, the striker, Pearson gets there first. And Ridley's in there. There's a shot from, comes across. I think that's a lovely ball in. It finds the head of a player we've already mentioned, Alex. Kayla Shaw, assured as ever. Puts that ball through. Now it's on. Rachel Jawan's run onto a beautiful ball with a lovely angle. She's got to take the shot and takes the shot successfully. Wall. And she's gone for a shot. I thought she might. Sorry, I've been doing a Matilda's prop. Sorry, Alex. In the Mindle side is Dry Kirby, and she's 19. That just shows you. And it's gone through. Mariotti comes at her. Carter gets her right footer away, trying to find Rachel Jawan, who scored the first goal. And Rachel skips over the top. This is going to go past goal, kept in. Someone that starts their name with M, please. Goes to Cassie. Cassie puts it through. That splits everybody. Rachel Jawan's on the ball again. She'll turn on the right side and go again. She does, and she puts it in the beautifully. The ball. Gets back in good defence. Jawan, shot over the top. Well played. Centre post of the goals. Comes in now. That's going to go. That's a dangerous ball. That was drift. Teresa thinking of a shot. Goes back to Pablo. Pablo does have a shot. There's a space. Right now, Teresa has a chance. Goes 1-2, goes closer. Has a shot on goal. Oh, my goodness. She'll have a shot.
That's it, and they need...
Here's a chance.
Here's another
Here's
one.
another chance. Fadara comes in and shoots. And Fadara... Russell and Pablo in there now. That ball's gone over the top. Could have been... Right, welcome back. Second half. Mindil with the ball running left to right on your screens. In the yellow and black, that ball's just misplaced. Early start from Jariah Kirby that's found nobody. Jariah's just shaking her head, pointing up, saying, why didn't someone run towards it? But now it gets restarted. That is young Mariotti on that side. She's found Teresa Sigacole again on the ball. Little battle there. So subs have been made. Kia Sharma's out there, number 2 for Mindil in the right back position. Looks like, yes, that is Kia. See if there's any other subs. There's another ball that's come ricocheting off, and it's Rachel who's gone down. Jawan. Is it Rachel or Marinelle? Can't see from here. Looks like Marinelle.
Yeah, it is Marinelle. You are correct there. Number 8.
She's up and wrong. Family, mum and dad will be concerned about her, but she's up. Right, so we move forward to where Kylie Whittaker now has the ball and an opportunity to put Mindil on the offensive, and they do. They go forward, but Mariotti gets in there and dispossesses Whittaker and actually wins the throw. So well done to Selena Mariotti. Comes in, throws it over the top, trying to find the head of Sadrina, the captain. She goes over with a little right foot popper that finds Bernadette, but she's got 2 Mindil players on her, and now Jariah Kirby will skip around there and unleash Whittaker. Whittaker and Mariotti. Mariotti gets there first. Well done, Selena, and pushes it out. 47-minute mark, second half. 3-0 is the scoreline advantage to the yellow and black up against Uni Azzurri, who are new to the women's competition, came in last year to the Women's Premier League. And to Alex's point, each and every day getting better at training and at the game. And it is a work in progress. But they've come so far since 2019. It's an unrecognisable side. Same players, but they've just got much more confident and better at the game. And so many of the kids out there have never played football before, and that's what's so exciting about getting people into the game who were not there before. Cage Pearson comes across. And Chloe's now in a battle with Ridley. Wins that one. So the sub, Kaya Sharma, will come in and throw in. Trying to see, Alex, if there's any other subs out there, mate. If you do notice one, let me know. But I think that's the only one so far. Ball now comes through past Fedaria. Kirby's there, nice and calmly. Puts it to Carter. Carter goes back to Garland. Garland back to Kirby. Kirby turns in, goes back to Carter. That's exactly what Matilda does. She'll feed you the ball all day. And much better when she does that. She really is part of the soul of the midfield. Now Teresa Sigacole has an opportunity. She turns. Nice work from Sharma. Well played. Young Sharma came in there and won that little personal battle against number 10 for Uni Azzurri. So now it comes clear to Tegan McWilliam. She scatters across the pitch. Tegan holds it up. Got time. Got lots of time there. Bit of fatigue already in a lot of the players out there, playing multiple games of football over the last 3 weeks, starting to tell a little. Best thing for fatigue is a goal. Let's just see if Uni Azzurri can get one. Michaela Russell goes back to Mariotti. She puts it over the top, trying to find Zuccardo and can't. But Sandrina turns around inside, the captain, trying to get in there in front of Reeve. But Reeve's now got Whittaker with the ball. Whittaker's gone back to Reeve. 1-2 didn't think, because Russell's in there again. Well done, Michaela. Said that a few times. She's really applying herself in that central defence role. Don't give Tegan William that much space. She will make you pay. She moves across. Cassie Reeve looks up, trying to find a threaded pass through. Cage Pearson gets there first. Grace Doty now. And the ball comes away. This is Rachel Dewan's opportunity for a hat-trick. And Cage Pearson gets there and cleans up. Thank you, Cage, for saving us some money. Nice in a play. Got in front of Rachel Dewan then, who could have and may still get in this game a hat-trick, which would be exciting for her and the family. Right. Kirby goes over the captain for Mindil to restart this with a corner kick. What have you seen so far in this 5 minutes? Coming up to 50-minute mark right now, Alex. A bit more feeling out again from the teams. Not really sure what they want to do.
But both teams have started on the back foot, I think. I do think the half-time break was the worst thing for them, to be honest. Is obviously at this point in the season, the fatigue set in. So it's hard to get back out there and break that lactic acid down again and go.
And you mentioned lactic acid. There's nothing like a good goal to clear it up. Right, called away on the line there by the Blue and Whites. Well done to them. Only as far as Sharma. Gets a call from McWilliam to come back. Doesn't hear her. And there's an offside by Mindil. So Cage Pearson will go and pick it up. And restart. Kashakala will come and take it. She moves in. Still at the back there now, ready to come through. Comes through with the right foot, couple of bounces, puts it over the top, trying to find the sub in Tessa. Couldn't find her, number 11. I said I'd find out whether it was her first time in the Premier League. Oops. Forgot to do that. We'll make sure we do know before the game's out. Right, Cage Pearson on the ball now. Throws it down the left back for Uni Azzurri. Goes over the top of Fedaria Piera. She's now on the ball, but dispossessed by Sharma. Sharma tried to get it back, but Garland tried to save the day for Mindle, but only as far as a goal line and a restart with a throw-in just in about the halfway, about 10 metres from the halfway, maybe a bit more, let's say 20. Cage Pearson throws in, goes off Matilda Carter's shoulder across to Jawan. And Rachel's now got Michaela Russell on her. Okay, Russell comes again. Nice second effort from Russell. This time, Reeve pushes it out. And it's going to beat everybody, including Marielle Jawan. So, Mariotti will pick up. Number 2 for Uni Azzurri, the right back. 52nd minute mark. Women's Premier League, round 20 match. And Mindle Aces are running from left to right on your screen. They're third place in the Women's Premier League at the moment. Up against sixth place Uni Azzurri. And Uni Azzurri, as I said earlier, rebuilding their women's program. Thank you to Morris and Jenny and John there and anyone else involved in giving the girls equity and opportunity. It's fantastic. They've come a long way in 8 months. And they'll do it again in the next 8 months. Right, ball comes free. It's Reeve picking it up, finds Ridley. Ridley now goes across towards Kirby. The ball will get to her off Piera. Now it's Ridley, turns on the inside, trying to find somebody. And that was somebody was Tegan McWilliam. She comes back at her again. And Sophia Pablo has to come back and recover. And Sophia will do it this time, yes, and just pushes it out of play. All played to Sophia. 53rd minute mark. Thrown in by Kaya Sharma. Sharma finds McWilliam. McWilliam's just dancing back and goes back and plays the ball to Kirby. Kirby will now go forward. Attempted tackle by Sophia. Pablo was just a little misplaced. Tension was good. Tension was other than trying to tackle the ball, but just didn't get the timing right. Referee's pulled her up. He'll walk 10 metres. Kirby's on the ball for Mindle. She's the captain and the oldest player in her team. She's 19. This team have been playing together for some time, so look out in the next few years. Keeping the squad together, they will be very dangerous, as they already are. All right, Grace Doty gets ahead to the ball, goes over the back of her, and Mariotti clears it. Now it's an opportunity for Uni Azzurri. If they can unleash this ball early, now goes in Bernadette Encido. She's got pace. She'll get in front of Garland, and she does that. She moved towards goal, and Garland comes at her again. But just shows you the pace of Bernadette. Number 12 for Uni Azzurri. Bernadette's got a lot of pace, and she's got a lot of skills too. I actually see her play a lot. Now there's another one on the other way. Marinen, comes together. Ball falls out. goes around, and Grace Doherty comes again at her. She puts a shot across, and she has it. She has 1, 2, 3 goals and a hat trick. Well done to Rachel Jawan. Carla came out, the keeper, got tangled up, went to ground. She still had to beat Grace Doherty. She pushed wide on the left and then finally got a pass, well, a shot back in. Well played to Rachel. 3 goals. 4 goals to Mindil. So Rachel's number 9. Good work for her. And that was after a really promising move from Uni Azzurri. So top one end and down the other end. And the other end, unfortunately for Uni Azzurri, resulted in the goal. For Daria trying to unleash Bernadette again. Number 12 for Uni Azzurri can't do that. She does what she should do, and that's chase back and try and get the ball. Good pressure. Tessa's in there now against McWilliam. Tessa and Tegan. Comes to Kaya Sharma. She puts it through the legs of Fedaria. Now it's over the top. Teresa Sigurkol looks at it, thinks, oh, I've got a chance here, but Garland calmly turns it on the inside. Grace Doherty gets in the way of that one. Well played, Grace. Now she pushes the ball through, trying to find Bernadette. This ball will go back to Michaela Shaw, sorry. And Michaela will go wide back to her captain. Does that. 4-0 on the scoreline for Mindle over Uni Azzurri. Sharma now has the ball. Looks up, goes over the top. Ridley on the run. Cage Pearson running back to take her on. And Michaela Russell gets there and puts her right foot to it, and she'll stop this from going over the goal line. She goes to a defensive partner in Cage Pearson, and Chloe just goes out and just puts it out to give everyone a breath. They won't get a breath because, yes, they will. A sub's going to be made. So that'll give a chance for everyone to get a breath. Got a player down on as well. I think it's for Daria Piera down here for Uni Azzurri. And the sub has been made. 15's gone on. Didn't see who slipped off. I'm going to say Kaya Sharma did. I think. Yeah, Kaya's gone off. So, onto the field, into the midfield. For Mindle is Claire Chisholm. So Claire's out there, number 15. This could be her first game in Premier League as well. Exciting for Claire. Number 15, look out for her in the midfield. Ball's coming towards her now. She's on the way back. Sophia Pablo trying to clean up for her team as the normally does, so that Russell gets in there. Early intervention from Michaela. And she'll now push out towards the goal. Unfortunately, trips up over the back of Ridley. And Michaela Ridley and Michaela Russell coming together there, and this time it falls to the advantage of Mindle. Cassie Reeve on the ball now. Number 14 from Mindle. Moves in. Nice right footer. Couple of steps. Well played by Cassie and also by the keeper, Carla Kashakala. Now comes to Kirby. And Pablo comes back at her. Now she beats, Pablo puts a lovely ball across, beats both Rachel Jawan and Kylie Whitaker. Kylie has to run out and retrieve it. She does that. 59 minutes now. And Russell, no it's not, it's Mariotti coming in there and doing some heavy defensive work for Uni Azzurri. And that's Claire Chisholm there with her first touch. Number Bianca. Wearing 15 on her back. Gets a touch there in Premier League. Right. Matilda Carter on the ball. Matilda plays it back to Kirby, her captain. Captain goes across. Was going to give it to Reed, but now goes up to the centre for a little scamper. Trying to find a threaded pass. Puts it through. But Kashakala will get there first. Calls it her ball and then collects her ball. Puts a right footer in over the top. Trying to get a ball that will beat Garland. Can't. Pablo gets a chance to go over the top. Trying to find Teresa Sigurkol on the run. Teresa turns on the inside. She's got Bernadette with her. But Tegan William comes at her again. This time Cage Pearson comes through. So, Cassie Reeve has it now. A chase. Jenny's still one of the assistant coaches with Morris, still working on Fiadaria Piera, trying to keep her on the pitch. So it's 10 versus 9 in the outfield. Mindle with the 10. And number 7 on the ball there, Tegan McWilliam. And number 10 from Azzurri. Teresa Sigacol winning that for her side. So Cage Pearson will come up. Chloe picks up the ball, number 15. 60-minute mark of this Women's Premier League match. It's a round 20 catch-up match midweek on a Wednesday night here in Darwin. Hope you're enjoying the live streaming of this game featuring these two sides. Third place Mindle up against sixth place Azzurri. Cage Pearson goes over the top again, trying to find Teresa Sigacol. Nice touch from her. Goes to Bernadette. Bernadette's got very few options because there's so many Mindle defenders around her, and they're effective in what they had to do and get the ball for their side, and they do that. They now move forward, but Mariotti's in there. So is Russell. Russell puts it to Pablo. Pablo now goes over the top. Bernadette knew she was offside, so she didn't pursue that. Now she comes over. Tegan William plays it into Reeve. Reeve nutmegs accidentally Pablo. Kirby back in. Nice decisive pass from her. Lovely threaded ball from McWilliam unleashes Ridley. Ridley just does a nice little right-hand turn in. Gets a left footer away. But Mariotti's there. Good work from number 2 in the right back position. That's Chisholm on the ball now. Finds Carter. Carter skims and scurries across to the left-hand side of the field. Turns it inside now for Whittaker. And Mariotti's there again. And Mariotti holds up Whittaker, who has to go back, and then she puts the ball back to Pablo. Pablo just does a nice turn, 2 turns. Ball comes out now. Well done, Grace Doty. Comes through with real purpose. And Grace is trying to get past Garland. And then again past Marinelle. Nice promising stuff from Azzurri. They've still got it. There's their captain now. She puts over the top, trying to find Bernadette. Bernadette screams through, but it's going to bounce harmlessly in the hands of Shaw. So ball comes out here now and beats Cassie Reeve. So it'll be a throw in from Cage Pearson. Cage Pearson has the ball, comes up to the line. She's got an opportunity there to go over the top, trying to find Bernadette Incendio. Can't find her. Again, goes again. Little battle between those two. And Michaela Ridley gets it away. Well played, Michaela. But only as far as Russell. Now Whittaker's on the run, but Mariotti's there with her pace. And she'll chase this out to the sideline. Well done to Mariotti. She'll keeps the ball in. Well done to young Selena. And now she puts her right foot over the top, but no one's there for Azzurri. So the 4 goals have upset and disrupted Azzurri. They now have full 10 players out there with Fidaria on the pitch. Carter, one of the goal scorers on the ball now, goes to McWilliam. She's had plenty of time and place in the middle. Has Tegan McWilliam. Here's a chance. Early ball. Now we go again. This time it's Bernadette. Will she get in front of Hannah Garland? She doesn't, because Garland brings it down with the first touch and turns and puts it back. But only as far as Azzurri players. So they have another opportunity here. Teresa's going to go forward again. She needs to have someone progress. She goes back because there's no one there. Sadrina goes over the top, trying to find Bernadette. The ball bounces off a couple of players. Cleaned up by Reeve. Goes to Ridley. And Michaela, there's Grace, Doty comes in. Goes again, does Grace. This time, Cassie Reeve just puts a nice right footer through, but Michaela Russell's going to get back and clean it up and go back to a keeper. Kashakala gets it in the 64-minute mark. What do you want Azzurri to do, Alex? Obviously get a goal, but just have fun, have confidence.
Yeah, I know that the bench is calling for simple, quick football, but obviously there's a style of play that they want to play, especially in the final third there. They want that ball over the top, but I don't think Mindle are making it easy for them at all, because as soon as Azzurri have the ball, Mindle are 2 or 3 players press on them like you wouldn't believe how quick they're doing it. And it's been constant the whole 65 minutes now.
Like seagulls to a chip, mate.
Absolutely.
They're all over it. That's Claire Chisholm on the ball now, the sub for Mindle. Goes back to Reeve. Reeve turns it on to Kirby. Kirby dispossessed by Fedaria Piera. And Fedaria, well played by her. She just got dispossessed herself by Cassie Reeve, who came in with a commanding tackle. They pushed the ball over the sideline, so it'll be started with Uni Azzurri in possession. 65th minute mark, over the top. So, Alex, how do you beat multiple defenders? If they're manning up on you and like that and cutting down your time and pace, what's your answer?
Again, simple 1-2s. We've seen it at the end of the first half with Azzurri, is playing it out quite quickly and actually using their first touch to go forwards, not backwards, which you'll see happens a lot with Azzurri.
Yep.
And my most important thing here is the front third, players making runs, don't run straight, run at angles into the space and split defenders. You watch the front two, when they're running straight at the defenders, not trying to lose them at all. But if you run angles, you can adjust yourself to a ball that's coming in a little bit better. You're going into space, more importantly as well, away from defenders.
Let's see if Uni Azzurri in the blue and white with the white socks on possession now can actually achieve some of the things that Alex was talking about. They've got time. That's unfortunately come off the hands of Bernadette and said, so they'll have to come back. Let's see, still plenty of time, 66 minutes. Still got another 23 minutes of this game. And 23 minutes for, nice opportunity for Bernadette there. She's putting pressure on. But this ball's come away from Michaela Shaw. With her right boot, she got onto that. There's the hat-tricker. Rachel Jawan. Now she's put the ball back to Reeve, and Reeve's unleashed one down the sideline that's going to beat everybody. It's a good 40-minute gain of advantage for her team. Well and truly now in the defensive third for Uni Azzurri. Cage Pearson, the left back, comes up with the ball. She needs someone to present. Fedaria Piero presents. You got Safia Pablo. She goes over the top, trying to get past Reeve. That's hard. Tall girl is Cassie. Now they move forward. That's nice work from Safia Pablo. She puts one over the top. This is to the point that Alex was making about running different angles, and she'd like less of the over-the-top passes and more of a threaded pass, because Mindle are just picking them off, as they did just then. Grace Doty comes in and cleans it up. Says, put it out. Let's get some air into those lungs. Ridley's not going to wait. Referee says you're going to have to. That's for Daria again. She's had trouble with that leg already. Was off the field for some time. I don't think she's going to make it this time. Anyhow, we'll see. The trainer's going out, stroke coach, stroke clubman, stroke referee, stroke another coach.
I think that's the end of her night tonight. I was just watching her when she came out of that. She's walking gingerly, and you could see her calf was switching. So I think it's a bit of a muscle issue there.
Oh, that's sad for Daria Piera. She's being carried off the pitch by Grace Doty on the left shoulder and the coach, Morris, on the right. Yeah, she's not in a good way at all, young thing. She can't even put weight on it. So she's picked up by Morris. Count down. There will be a sub for sure, because she can't go back on the pitch. See if she's okay. We'll keep a check on that. Plays back underway. Nice work from Grace there. Good defence. Tegan William came back at her again. Offers the hand in condolence. So we're going to have a sub. As soon as we get a chance, we will. Right, Bernadette has the ball. She has no one with her. She goes towards the about to be subbed person. She's got to go back and get her shin pads. I love that. Oops, I forgot my shin pads or my boots. I've done that. All right, here we go. Over the top. And that's Tessa, the sub. She passes in. I know what she's trying to do, but she found the dangerous Rachel Jawan, dangerous with 3 goals tonight. And that'll run out for a throw in. Matilda Carter will reclaim the ball.
throw in the furthest most corner of the pitch there as
You
well.
couldn't. Just in between the post, corner post. Now, Reeve back to Matilda Carter. Matilda Carter looks up, goes across field trying to find the hat-tricking Rachel Jawan, but doesn't. Nice work from Claire Chisholm. Claire puts it out to Kylie Whitaker. She can go back to Claire if she can. Now it'll come to Claire. Claire puts one over the top, trying to find the goal scorer. Well played to the young Chisholm. Reeve goes in for a double header. It'll come back to her off Tegan. Tegan William puts it to her. Now it goes out to Matilda Carter, who always drifts off the ball to make sure she's an option. She scurries across the pitch to centre field. Grace Chisholm again with a nice pass to Tegan McWilliam. Bounces out of Tegan's first touch. She goes at it again with great determination. So the ball comes out. Chloe will pick it up, throw back in. Now we're going to have a sub. So Fedaria Piera, number 18, succumbed to that calf injury. She came from the pitch. Then the young sub was running on with her bib on as well. She's my favourite player already. And that's the youngster, number 19. She's so excited to get out there. And that's Selena Miaris, or Myaris.
Hopefully she remembered to put the scoring boots on, though.
She's lively. She had her time on the weekend too. Came on as a sub. Only a very young player. But now she's right. She's got her shin pads on. She's ready to go. Right, ball bounces back. Ridley goes to McWilliam. McWilliam looks around as she always does. Always looking up is Tegan McWilliam. She plays football looking up, as you should. Now, Kate Pearson down there. She's a good player, isn't she, Tegan McWilliam, Alex?
She's the heart and soul of this Mindle team, and obviously the 0-0 draw they had with Litchfield the other week was the first game of the season that they didn't have Tegan Williams. She was on the bench and then pulled off in the last minute, and that had a huge impact on how Mindle played that day.
Yeah, well spotted. So true. There's a sub on it now, Selena. Tries to push it forward for another sub in Tessa. And Sabaya puts it back in, but Miaris Selena can't get hold of that. And there's one from Grace. If that falls well, but it's not. It's going to fall just to Kirby. Kirby calmly places it back. And Michaela Russell equally calmly plays wide to the left back. And Marinelle, Jawan moves forward. Nice work from her. Finds Carter again as loose as ever. She's amazing. The way she works that midfield. She was just over here a second ago.
It's some of the greatest players do, all over the pitch. Pops up just the right moment.
Yeah, she does a lot of that. I've been impressed with Mariotti. Now, who's been on that left-hand flank for Mindle, she's dealt with them. This time she's had to deal with Whittaker. This ball comes through. Bernadette pushes on. Can she get it away from the captain, Kirby? Can't. Kirby scurries across to the other side, trying to look for Carter, who we mentioned just earlier. Carter's now got plenty of space, and that can be dangerous. Now she's looking up, finding it. Now it's calmed down. Bernadette's had to go all the way back. She sort of dropped back a bit. Selena's up the front now. This is the young sub here, both of them, chasing the ball. But Cassie Reeve blocking her and not allowing a clear path there, which is clever play from the Mindle player. Right, Kirby goes across field, puts one across to Marinelle Jawan. Marinelle turns it back, now moves forward. Ball comes through. Nice work from Sophia Pablo to intervene there. Michaela goes over the top. Well done to Sandrina, gets a head to it. And the youngster, the sub, Selena, now chasing the ball around, making it, putting pressure on that defensive and goalkeeping players there for Mindle. So well done to the young one. Now goes Matilda, looking up, trying to get one through, but this will be cleared up by Kasakala. Comes in, puts a right boot to it. Carter puts hers to it as well and brings it down. It bounces away towards Whittaker. Whittaker can't control it. Grace Doherty has two champs at it. It's going to fall awkwardly for Cage Pearson. She'll come across with Ridley. Little battle between these two, won by Cage Pearson. Ball remains. Tessa turns it on the inside. Nice work. Good idea. But Williams there to clean up. Pablo tries again to get it underway. It'll come off Sophia. There'll be a throw-in. 75th minute, about to roll over. Women's Premier League match here at Larrakia Park. I want to thank our sponsors, the Northern Territory Government, and to North Crest, the development and a home of many new families. Also NTF Construction Supply Specialists and Steel Line. Whether it's a shed, a roof or a fence, there will always be service over and above from Steel Line here in the Northern Territory. Thank you to Hyundai, who have supported women and men's football for 15 years here in Australia and for a long time here in Northern Territory. And Rebel Sport, another one of the great supporters of the women's game. Carla Kashakala comes out and clears that away with the right boot in the 75th minute. Round 20 match. 4 advantage does Mindle have over Uni Azzurri. Carter makes a scurrying run, gets the ball, presents herself as she always does to Alex's point, pops up when you need her. Just showed her assertive play just then. Marinelle Jawan goes back. Tegan William can only go back. She does, but this time it's dispossessed. Young Selena has an opportunity. Where will she go? She's trying to push it on to the captain. But Hannah Garland, number 12, gets there first for Mindil, and it'll run out in front of Hannah and will go out of play. But restart with Uni Azzurri. Got Alex Bunton with me. Alex, if you were training with the Uni Azzurri girls on Tuesday night, what are some of the first couple of things you'd like them to do?
I would just get moving the ball around positively. They're doing a lot of what I call negative football. Is every time they get the ball, it seems to go backwards rather than forwards. So it'd be a lot of passing the ball and showing them that they can do it, and just giving them some confidence to move it around.
Are they going backward because they're facing backwards?
That's it, and it's just the body shape and. Doing the NT Women's Select team is what we found is that it's not just this team, it's all the players that we had were just naturally turning their back to the game and playing negatively, where the 2 sessions we had with them was basically let's open up our body and play forward every single time.
Okay. Well, they certainly did that on the night. They played a really good game against the NT Yappers. So interesting. Something that all the coaches in football here in the women's game need to work on. A positive, affirmative play, looking forward, looking up all the time, according to Alex. And it's good to have that insight. Right, now we have Tegan McWilliam on the ball. Tegan turns back, turns in again. This time, well done to Tessa, the young sub, number 11. Now, Teresa turns inside. Sigga Cole, nice work from her. She can do that. Turns on again. Trying to push it across. Downside signs Sadrina, the captain. Sadrina goes back to your point. Now goes to Sophia Pablo. She moves forward. Sophia tries to push one to pass, and she does. And Tessa Sapaya now on the ball, number 11. Tessa goes back to Pablo. The ball comes free. It'll only go to Grace, who's moved forward. Doty, that is. Grace moves forward. She's going to go for a run here. And well done. She gets her throw in for her team. No. Must have come back off her.
Grace has had a great second half at the moment. She's had a lot of the ball, a lot of the playmaking as well, pushing forward up into the midfield, helping out. Been very impressed this second half.
And that goes to your positive play attribute too. That's what you want to see, pushing forward and head-up play from Grace, number 8 for Uni Azzurri. Right, 79 minutes. About to roll over on the North Crest scoreboard. Nice work from Michaela Russell again. And Matilda just skips in through there in the midfield. It's down Claire Chisholm there. And Pablo puts a ball through to Selena. And Mariesco's in. Still got the ball. There's a run from Teresa Sigacol. Just can't find her. And Marinelle Jawan gets in there and cleans it up. Tegan William turns back in, looking for an opportunity, pushes it out now to Cassie Reeve. Ball gets in front of Cassie Reeve, which allows Bernadette and Seto to get in there. She now has the ball. Cassie Reeve will come back. Does. Bernadette looks up, passes the cross field, finds Teresa. Sigacol first touch eluded her, so Grace Chisholm, Claire Chisholm pushes away with the ball. Number 15 for Mindle. trying to find Whitaker, 18 on the far side. But Mariotti's in there once again to clean up for Uni Azzurri. Right, 80-minute mark about to skip over. And that'll be 10 minutes of regulation time to play. A few players on their knees trying to get in the air. Bit of fatigue in both sides tonight. And that has everything to do with the amount of football they're playing in this catch-up COVID-19 2020 season. But comes across, meets everyone, but Grace, Chloe Cage Pearson comes in, clears up. Cassia Reeve has the ball. Opportunity to throw in. Takes that, goes over the top to Tegan William. And Sidio goes in there to try to take it off her. And Aceto watches as the ball goes over the top from Kirby. Now it's backed with Chloe Cage Pearson again. Nice work from her. Done a lot of work up and down the Franks. Her and her and Grace and Selena and Michaela, the back four, have been really good for Uni Azzurri. I mean, there's a 4-0 scoreline, but they have been tireless in their work, Alex.
They've only conceded one in the second half, though, Bruce.
Yep.
Big improvement.
To your point, second half team. Better performances. Nice little work there from Claire Chisholm. Goes back to the goal scorer. Goal scorer goes to Ridley. Ridley gets around her. Nice, strong work from Ridley and also nice skills from Rachel Jawan. Again, defensive work from Russell. Nice work from Grace. Nice work again. Alex, she's coming forward with real purpose and she's got herself and her team in a position here. She's had a hard hit. Ball still remains with players. Going to continue. There's no advantage. You'll pull it up. He does. That was a delayed reaction for Grace. That's the third player that's had a hefty ball, unexpectedly put into them.
It'll be a good break here for obviously both teams to get their breath back in the final 10 minutes here. But yeah, like you said, this whole match has been full of big, heavy, long clearing balls and people getting smacked in the guts all night. But you know what? They're getting up and carrying on.
Pushing on. Yep.
And it surprises me how tough the women's game is.
Yeah.
Like it week in, week out.
Yeah, agreed. Now we're on the way here. Selena now puts one across to her captain. Captain comes forward and has a shot from long range. It'll just bounce harmlessly into the hands. She's not happy with that. She raises her head up to the stars, if there are any. But it's a beautiful black still night here. Full effect from the light towers. At this, a little colony of birds went flying past. And now Ridley on the run. Grace comes back at it again. She's just been recovering, to your point, Alex, about her strength and durability. She's just been down on her haunches and she's got back and recovered. Rachel Jawan goes in, finds Tegan Williams. She'll have a shot. No, turns it in, unselfish Tegan. Keeps the ball with her. She's got opportunity. She looks for it. Matilda Carter again presents. Claire Chisholm's there first. Puts it back to Matilda. You're the experienced player, she says. Tegan Williams now put it across. It's gone to Whitaker. Whitaker has a chance to have her left foot on straight away here. But who comes back? Selena Mariotti. She's been doing that on every occasion that ball's come forward on her right side. She's there. Well done, young Mariotti. 84 minutes on the Northcrest scoreboard shortly. 4-0 scoreline, but to Alex Bunton's point, 1-0 in this half, advantage to Mindle. So Uni Azzurri still have an opportunity to press forward. Got to get the ball first. Now they have it. Now they've lost it, unfortunately. There's going to be a sub. Anastasia's been very keen to get out there. She's been looking at the coach all the way through the second half.
And she's made sure she's got her shin pads in for this one. Bib's half off, ready to go.
She's ready. She's learned from Selena, who went on just a moment ago for Uni Azzurri. Ball comes back in now. That's Dryer Kirby. Puts a lovely ball across. But Grace is there again. She's done a lot of work. Pablo's got to go back to Grace Doty. Does. Grace turns in now. She's on the run. She's got to contend with Reeve. Pushes the ball forward because you know Reeve will come in for the tackle. But she's advanced it for her team considerably. We're now down in the defensive third for Mindil. Sub's about to take place. And Anastasia Papathomas. And the sub who came off was the sub who went on earlier, which is young Tessa Sapai, number 11. Tessa had a really good game. Plenty of touches, plenty of commitment. And I reckon she would have enjoyed her 60 minutes out there. She came
and
on
I
about
can
the 11-minute
confirm,
mark.
Bruce, it was her first match.
Oh, fantastic. That is brilliant. Well done. That is such a good story. And she was out there and she had impact and plenty of touches. So well done to Tessa. Right, Teresa on the ball now. And Sikakol's ball's been deflected off William, only as far as Ansedo. Bernadette comes back in, trying to get it back in. Good effort from her and nice sportsmanship as well with Marinelle Jawan on that side. 86 minutes ticking over now on the Northcrest scoreboard. Ball's with Kirby. She's taken on behalf of Shaw. Goes across, short pass. Now that was Kirby. The pass was from Reeve. No, the pass was from Kirby to Hannah Garland. Jeez, that's hair. You got to peel them apart. Good luck. Right, Kylie Whitaker on the ball now. She pushes it across. You see what she was trying to do, but the angle was too broad for her. And again, you got to give credit to Mariotti for narrowing the angle down, so she had to put the ball there.
She had a good battle with Whitaker since Whitaker was introduced in the first half.
Yeah, she has. She's done a really good job. Right, ball comes forward. Now Sophia Pablo. Where will they go? You want to go quickly because Rachel Dewan's going to get there, and she does. But then Grace clears up from Matilda Carter. Now it's Grace and McWilliam. Grace and McWilliam. And Doty wins that one by pushing McWilliam wide. William takes the kick first because Reeves on the run. Reeve pushes it forward for Ridley. Ridley's going to have to scamper for this. May just beat her. No, great work from Ridley. Good effort. And the ball comes into the keeper. And the 87th-minute mark, keeper bounces once. Walks a few more steps, does another bounce. No real urgency. Late in the game, 4-0 scoreline advantage to the team she's now kicking it towards, and that is Mindle Aces. Nice work from Hannah Garland there. Just brought it down with a lovely first touch. Now she's finding Matilda Carter. You know Mindle's on song when Carter has space and time, and she's had that today. Maggie Williams says, let's go for a run. Poor old Ridley has done that about 20 times a day. This time, Bernadette's gone right back to defend her. But oops, she's found a way to Carter. Carter will have a shot. No, Grace Doty in there. Great defensive work from Grace. Pushes the ball through to Selena. Selena now tries to get it out to Anastasia. And that comes back into Carter. Carter goes all the way back to Kirby. Kirby looks up. Turns inside Selena. Selena goes at it again. Chases up after the other one. Great little effort from her. Made it harder for Garland. And then Kirby comes in, puts one across the bows of everybody and into Claire Chisholm. Claire's on the ball again for a second effort. Well done, Claire Chisholm. And the ball will be bounced out. That's because of your good work, Claire, and good pressure you put on the players. So you'll get a throw in for your side. This one will be taken by Reeve. Goes into Carter, who presents. Plenty of energy for Matilda, and it's the 88th coming up to the 89th minute. She played a full 90 minutes plus on the weekend and doing it again tonight and still making the run. Look at her now down there. And she puts in a first-time pass. This time Ridley will go over the top. This will fall awkwardly for Mariotti. She gets in there again. Nice work from the young kid. Great work. Number 2. She's been impressive, mate.
Great recovery there as well. Is sometimes you can just give up when you just have poor first touch, but straight away turn around, make sure she cleared it.
Yep, great attitude. 89.5 minutes. Women's Premier League round 12 match. It's a 4-0 scoreline to Mindle in this catch-up round for COVID. And here we're here at Larrakia Park. Beautiful, beautiful dry season in the August. Nice 22 degrees, no breeze to say. A little bit of dew on the ground. But it's a gorgeous night here in Darwin. Right, away goes Anastasia, the sub. Gives it to the other sub, Selena. But she's been dispossessed by Kirby, number 17, who comes back again and does Kirby work, because Kirby does. Comes now across to grade. Cage Pearson puts a long one through. Will she get to it? She's going to make an effort for it. Shaw comes out. Will it roll over? It does, because Shaw puts it over. So nice work from the keeper. But what a great effort from Chloe. 90th minute mark. We're into time added on. She pushed all the way down for that. Let's see if they get some reward for that lung-busting run from Chloe. She's gone over the top. Will someone get to it? Comes back over the top. Still in time added on. Grace and Michaela at the back here, encouraging their girls to move forward and get something out of this. Now there's a corner. And no, it won't be. The referee calls this game to a close. Girls go quickly to each other and congratulate each other for this match on this Wednesday night. We'll grab a Mindle player and have a little quick chat to them and then bring this live streaming to a close. Wherever you've been watching, thank you for your support. Please hang on. We'll just have a quick chat to one of the players and then we'll bid you good night. My name is Bruce Stalder, Alex Bunton with us. We'll both be talking to those players shortly. The whistle goes. This is a round 20 match in the Women's Premier League. And as I said in the pre-game with Alex, we'll also go into a shorter finals this year of 2 weeks. And we've got an early breakaway from Uni Azzurri. Well done to them. And that's the youngster up the front as usual. So that's their midfield. And up front, the strikers, well, the striker, Pearson gets there first. And Ridley's in there. There's a shot from... comes across. I think that's a lovely ball in. It finds the head of a player we've already mentioned, Alex. Taylor Shaw, assured as ever, puts that ball through. Now it's on. Rachel Jawan's run onto a beautiful ball with a lovely angle. She's got to take the shot and takes the shot successfully. A wall. And she's gone for a shot. I thought she might. Sorry, I've been doing a Matilda's prop. Sorry, Alex. In the Mindle side is Kirby, and she's 19. That just shows you. And it's gone through. Mariotti comes at her. Carter gets a right footer away, trying to find Rachel Jawan, who scored the first goal. And Rachel skips over the top. This is going to go past goal, kept in. Someone starts their name with M, please. Goes to Cassie. Cassie puts it through. That splits everybody. Rachel Jawan's on the ball again. She'll turn on the right side and go again. She does, and she puts it in the beautifully. The ball gets back in good defence. Jawan, shot. Over the top, well played. Centre post of the goals. Comes in now. That's going to go. That's a dangerous ball. That was drift. Teresa thinking of a shot. Goes back to Pablo. Pablo does have a shot. There's a space. Right now, Teresa has a chance. Goes 1-2, goes closer. Has the shot on goal. Oh, my goodness. She'll have a shot.
That's it. And they need...
Here's a chance.
Here's another one.
Another chance. Fadara comes in and shoots. And Fadara, Russell and Pablo in there now. That ball's gone over the top. Could have been to find a threaded pass through. Cage Pearson gets there first. Grace Doty now. And the ball comes away. This is Rachel Jawan's opportunity for a hat-trick. And Cage Pearson gets there and cleans up. Keeping the squad together. They will be very dangerous, as they already are. You can unleash this ball early. Now goes in Bernadette Enciso. She's got pace. She'll get in front of Garland. She does that. She moves towards goal. And Garland comes at her again. Now there's another one on the other way. Marianne, comes together. Ball falls out. Goes around. And Grace Doherty comes again at her. She puts a shot across. And she has it. Moves in. Nice right footer. Couple of steps. Well played. 23 minutes for, nice opportunity for Bernadette there. She's putting pressure on. Yeah.
Like week in, week out.
Yeah, agreed. Now we're on the way here. Selena now puts one across to her captain. Captain comes forward and has a shot from long range. It'll just bounce harmlessly into the hand. Ian takes the kick first because Reeves on the run. Reed pushes it forward for Ridley. Ridley's going to have to scamper for this. May just beat her. No, great work from Ridley. Good effort making the run. Look at her now, down there. And she puts in a first-time pass. This time Ridley will go over the top. This will fall awkwardly for Mariotti. She gets in there again. Nice work from there. It's a corner. And no, it won't be. The referee calls this, bless you, to one of the crew behind the camera there, just sneezed. But my name is Bruce Stalder. I've got Rachel Jawan with me. I've got Alex Bunton with me. We just saw a game in which there were 4 goals. 4 goals for Mindil, 1 scored by Matilda Carter. Can't think of the other person who scored 3. The 1, 2... Oh, it was you. Well done, Rachel. That was a really good, impressive performance. How did that feel to get 1, then 2, then 3?
That was, it's one of my first. Definitely exhilarating. Birthday present for my dad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, definitely. He'll be happy with that, yeah.
I bet he is. Your mum and dad are always here supporting you. It's really nice to have the family with you.
Yeah, and it's always you always get a big support from them. A little bit of too much coaching from my dad. But it's the best support I could ever get from them, yeah.
Now, last weekend I found out that you were the younger of the 2 sisters too. So, I always thought you were older. But Marinelle had a good game as well. She fed up through the midfield and you were successful from those 3 attempts. I'm going to let Alex ask you a couple of questions because he noticed the way you played today and the way you got those 3 goals were something you'd have been on a potential all the way through this season for you, So, Alex?
Do you feel like, because you got 3 goals tonight, playing with the midfield that you had, do you reckon they gave you beautiful service to get all 3 of your goals? Because you just made runs and the ball just popped up in front of you. Do you reckon you give credit to some of your midfielders as well?
Yeah, definitely. From the back, they had fantastic, clean through balls to me, and I was able to receive that and get into the goals.
Were you hungry for more goals in the second half? Because Azzurri's back line came out in that second half and were on fire, but you still looked hungry. Do you reckon you could have got some more?
Yeah, definitely. It kind of got quiet towards the end. I definitely think that there should have been a bit more, but that's all right. We did great nevertheless.
Or did you just take your foot off the gas a little bit, get ready for this weekend's game and try and get another hat-trick?
Oh, yeah, I can try my best too, hopefully.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Because you get the match ball and you get it in a nice little presentation at the end of the year. You didn't know that, did you?
No, I definitely did not. Yeah.
Alex reminded me because it's just another $200 ball I'm going to lose. But look, Rachel, really well done. 3 goals. You've got to be happy with that. We've really loved the way you progressed this year. There was some really well-taken stuff today. That just none of those were other than well-taken striker shots. So congratulations. I'm going to ask you to hop out now and ask the big captain to hop in as well. But thank you, Rachel Jawan. Hat-tricker tonight. 3 goals. 1, 2, 3. Well played by the youngster. Come in, please, Jiraiya. And speaking of youngsters, Jiraiya's only 19 and the captain of this side. She's the mature leader of the team. She's the one who each week comes in and makes just such a commanding performance at the back. You've got to be proud of the kids.
Oh, I'm always proud of the kids. It's great to watch them develop over the season and just become better players and use their voice and use their head more. It's always great to watch.
And what's so good about that is you're at the back and you see this development week in and week out. And I know you are proud of them. I find it ironic that a 19-year-old gets proud and says the kids. But anyhow, so what we're seeing, we call it mojo. There's a unity of purpose. There's a real sense of where we need to get to under your coach. He's been with you a while. But the players themselves instinctively know what to do now.
Yeah, we've been working a lot on training just about passing and moving, creating those triangles. We work as a unit, push up as a unit, defend as a unit, everything's as a unit. That's what I constantly try and remind the girls. If one's pushing up, we all got to push up, otherwise it's a bit pointless. And just create those chances.
Yeah, we don't want pointlessness, do we? But Jiraiya, you're doing the job well because that's what we're seeing. Alex, got a couple of questions for the captain.
Yeah, obviously, great first half. Dominated. Azzurri came out in the second half. Do you reckon it was a much more difficult second half to the first, or do you find it was you had your tempo the whole game?
We definitely had our tempo the whole game, but Azzurri definitely came back in the second half. I definitely felt the pressure more in the back line. They were pressing us more, and this competition, it's been shaken up a lot this year. Every game we go into, we know it's not going to be easy, and just all credit to the Azzurri girls as well.
Yeah, and obviously the team itself over the past 5 games. It's been a bit of a mixed bag of results. Do you reckon you're now finding some really good form and you're going to keep that form going now? Got a couple of wins in the bag and you're going to keep going next week on the weekend and get another one. And obviously we're coming into finals now, so that momentum is so key. You reckon you've found that momentum again?
Oh yeah, hopefully. I mean, that's always the goal, to have the momentum and keep pushing. But like I said, the competition's been so shaken up this year with teams performing just out of nowhere, and you just never know what's going to happen. But yeah, I really hope we keep going the way we are.
Yeah, and lastly, obviously, where we are in the season, obviously the coach, are you all feeling good? Is he rotating you really well? Obviously, a few players playing in different positions, a few people starting on the bench, some people not on the team sheet tonight, which you'd expect to see. So do you reckon you as a team are managing that fatigue pretty well?
Yeah, I think we're all pretty universal players, and we can play around the park and we get put. And yeah, we had a few people out tonight, a few people like Belle, who's a key player to our team. She was sick, so we didn't have her. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we're all universal. Where Dave puts us, I know all the girls are going to try their best and do their best for the team.
Well, Dry, it's always good to have you here. It's so good to see you fit and healthy. You're such a great ambassador for the club. You're 19. Oh, I wish it was those days again. But fantastic. You're such a mature player. And you're right, this season, whoever wins it is going to really deserve it, because it is a hard season. Jariah Kirby, captain of Mindil, they were successful tonight 4-0. She's always a success, and as you say, you can see her leading from the back. So hang in as we say goodbye. Alex, thank you so much for your support again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your insights. My name is Bruce Stalter. Thank you for BP and his team behind you for bringing this live streaming. Don't forget, Friday night, 6:30, Saturday night, 6 p.m, and Sunday, 5:30. We do it all again. Women's Premier League here in Darwin. Good night.